How's it going, you guys and girls in the Illumination? Time to jump aboard the Loom Train. It's me, it's JJD, JJ Double J, the Illuminator here. Also known by almost countless other aliases and nicknames, but we won't get into that right now. I'm not sure if I ever talked about this, but I can remember, I think it was for my PlayStation 2? Was it for PlayStation 2? No, it was for PlayStation 1, I believe. My first PlayStation. I'm a gamer from back in the day. Of course, I don't have any time to do it now. And unfortunately, we grow up. And, I think nowadays, as I've said before, a lot of these kids don't grow up and they're 40 years old and still playing video games, and they don't have, any history, they don't have any future. It's just video games. But I know when the cutoff date was, but my favorite game was Metal Gear Solid. The Metal Gear Solid game was the greatest game I ever played up until that point. And I usually wasn't the type that would play role play games, that have to do with infiltrating and fantasy and mystery and stuff like that. But I have to admit, that was my all-time favorite game. To this day, I could not beat it without, at the time we didn't even have the internet, or I didn't have the internet because I didn't have a computer, but I think I was able to get some type of a book that had all of the, so I got an itch on my leg. I think something from my pocket is jabbing into me, one of my pens or something. But I got some type of a book that helped me get through it. So that's how I know it was PlayStation 1, because I didn't have a computer yet. But the games nowadays are far superior to that. But still, when it comes to games of the day, I was big. I had an Atari 2600, of course, because of my age. I'm in my 40s. I had an Atari 2600. I had a Commodore 64. I had Nintendo and Super Nintendo. But, there's been some great games over the years. But when I played Metal Gear Solid, that was the greatest game I've ever played. And I don't know if anyone's ever played it. If you have, put your comments below. I know they came out with so many, even before and after, and it's something I always said I'd get another one, but like I said, I had to grow up, and I don't have the time anymore. But that was a choice I made, and I'm sticking to it. I have no regrets at all. What are your thoughts? Do you ever have something that, like the Bible says, when I was a child, I thought like a child, I talked like a child, I acted like a child, or I played like a child. But when I grew older, I put childish stuff away. That's kind of like what happened with me. But do you have anything that you used to do that now you don't have time for, and you're kind of too old anyway, or it doesn't really sound good saying it that way, but life changes. But is there anything that you just don't have time for anymore? Put your comments below. I'm off to the races. I love you all. This is the Illuminator, and I'll be back.
Game over.
Here. One more word out of you, Cratchit, and you'll celebrate Christmas by losing your porridge.